started in Miami. Right now I'm in Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. As you can see, it is raining outside. Yeah, so my morning started off with a commute from Orlando to Miami. Now here I am working the first leg. Leg number 2 is going to be Puerto Plata back to Miami, and then leg 3 is going to be Miami to Baltimore. So join me on today's adventure. Nothing to report really on our first leg. It was a little bit bumpy right before we were landing, but that is probably due to the storm that's out here. It was a full flight. I am working as flight attendant number 4, so I'm sitting on the back. We are on the Boeing 737. I'm sitting in one of the aft jump seats and helping in main cabin, and helping in main cabin with boarding, helping in main cabin when it comes to service. So that is what my workday looks like today. I just had some of these cauliflower puffs. They're so good. I think I like them better than Cheetos. It kind of reminds me of a Cheeto, except you kind of taste that cauliflower in them. I like them. And we still have rain. It looks like more rain coming in. I started my workday at 11 this morning. That's what time I had to sign in. And I'll finish 10 o'clock tonight, Eastern time. So that's about an 11-hour workday for me. So what I'm doing now is I'm just having a quick little snack. Security and the cleaners already came on, and now we just have a few minutes before we start boarding again and fly back to Miami. The airport code for Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic is POP, POP. Looks like that rain might be coming this way. So just like all passengers, I have to go through customs and immigration before going through security again and making my way to the next gate for the next portion of this trip. This place is always a little bit chaotic. Lots of flights, lots of international flights coming through here. I went through customs and immigration just like everyone else, and then I had a few minutes, so I bought a slice of pizza and ate half of that quickly. I'll eat the other half on the airplane because once I get into Baltimore, it's going to be late. It's going to be after 10. After 10 p.m. So that's why I got something to eat. There, that's better. That's why I got something to eat right now. I made it to the hotel. It is almost 11 p.m. Now I'm just looking for my room. 7079 7098 9695 94 7092 90 88. This is a long hallway. 86, 84, 82, 79. Okay, let's get in. Okay, so I'm in the room. I'm gonna go ahead and change this clothes and then I'll go ahead and do my debrief. So be back in 1 second. Okay, ta-da! I'm all changed. Let's go ahead and do a room tour and then I'll go ahead and talk to you about my work day. So we walk in through here. Here's the front door. I'm gonna add the extra layer of security. And bathroom. Bathroom is up first. I've not tried these shampoo and conditioners. It's called Young Again Soap, Young Again Rinse, Young Again Wash. A little decoration, some sort of wave. Closet. I went ahead and pulled out the luggage rack from the closet so I could use it. These two beds look very comfy. So bed 1, bed 2, 11 p.m. now. Some fun lights over here, a desk, and that's our room. Okay, so I met a really nice passenger on the way from Miami to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, and she spent a couple of days in Miami before going on to Puerto Plata, where she's going to spend a month. And she visited these different places where her mom once went and photographed. So I got the feeling that the mom was a photographer and the daughter went, maybe the mom is no longer with us, and the daughter went and visited all these different places that the mom had took pictures of. So that was really neat. Talked with her. She was from the UK. She had a lovely English accent, and she said it was lovely to meet me. And I said, lovely is such, or I didn't say, I thought to myself, lovely is such a nice word. I should use the word lovely more often instead of saying, it's so nice to meet you. It was lovely to meet you. That just sounds nice, right? It's a little bit different. So, yeah, it's lovely to meet you. From Puerto Plata to Miami, we were oversold by 5 seats. So we had 18 open seats on the way down to Puerto Plata, but coming back to Miami from Puerto Plata, they were oversold by 5 seats. So it was a completely full flight. I will say that on the first flight, on the first leg from Miami to Puerto Plata, this passenger was so nice. He came up to me and he opened this little, it was a Marvel, like the Marvel superhero box, and he opened it up, and when he opened it up, he had all these chocolate bars in there, Milky Ways, Three Musketeers, Snickers, and he said, would you like a chocolate bar? And so I took a chocolate bar, and he said, is there another flight attendant in the back? And I said, yeah, there's another one back there. So he went back there and offered her a chocolate bar as well. And I thanked him, and he said, I just know that you guys have long days sometimes, and maybe you don't have the chance to get something to eat. So I thought a little bit of chocolate might help you with your day. And I said, yes, oh my God, of course. So I ate that on the first leg. It hit the spot. I just needed some sugar. So he was so nice, brought us chocolate. Let's see. So I'm on reserve this month, and I'm so glad that this month is just about over because I'm tired of being on reserve. Being on reserve, when your days are off for the month, you'll know that ahead of time. But then after that, the days you're supposed to work, you can be on call, you can get assigned a trip, you can get assigned for standby. The good thing is you do have a little bit of say over it. Like I do, I try to work with the system. So I'll bid for trips because I'd rather know where I'm going. And if these are my options, then maybe I can put a handful of those options out there, something like trips that I'm willing to work, and maybe out of those choices I'll get one, and that way I know I'm going somewhere. I know at what time I'm going, and I'm not just sitting idle by the phone waiting for it to ring so I can be told, be at the airport in this many hours. You're going on a trip to here. So yeah, so being on reserve is a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'm glad that the month is almost over. Next month I have regular schedule, and I was happy because when I was checking my schedule, there was a trip that started out of Fort Lauderdale that I was not too keen on. I've only ever, thank goodness, have flown out of the Miami airport when starting a trip. I have not had to go to Fort Lauderdale, and I was not looking forward to going to Fort Lauderdale next month. So luckily I found out that my trade was accepted, and I'm going to be, I picked up a trip where I will be flying out of Miami, and I actually have a layover in Tucson, Arizona, so I'll get to see family. I hope it might be a holiday weekend. I'm not sure, I didn't look that up, but at least I'll get to see the desert, and that will bring me some joy. Both these legs seemed short because lately I've been flying like the transcon, like from East Coast to West Coast. Like my last trip was from Miami to Sacramento, and then before that it was Miami to Seattle. So I'm used to flying these big long trips. So these legs were like 2 hours. It seemed so much shorter, but there were 3 of them, so it still made for a long day, like over like 10 hours. But I don't know, it's a nice little variety, a nice little change up, I guess. And that's it. Those are all the updates. Yeah, those are all the updates that I have. So that's it. Some of the flight attendants tomorrow, I think they're planning on meeting and going to an aquarium that is here. I'm in Baltimore. I'm going to sleep in. I may go out and have a walk around, but as far as going to the aquarium, I don't think that I'll do that. But that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and to see future videos, if you've not yet subscribed, then please subscribe to my channel right there. I think I'll put the button right here. All right, good night. Bye guys.